Hello there. So I'm sitting on my rooftop today, and since last night, I've been thinking about time. And of course, it's not the first time that I've been thinking about it. I've spent a lot of time contemplating on time, but especially on my birthday, I think a bit more about time. And so today is my birthday. I've turned 36, and so I've been I've been contemplating again. What does it mean that I'm 35, that now I'm 36, and next year I'll be 37? What does it mean? Because in my living experience, I'm the same me inside. The voice that is talking is the same. Okay, my body appears to look different over the years. So when I was 16, of course, I did not look like that. Neither did I look like that when I was 26. But my body is as much an object of my awareness as this camera is and as the outside world is. So, as everything in nature is in constant flux, I observe my body and my mind changing in the same way that I see all the other things changing in the world. So, if I were to say that I am my body or that I am my mind, then yes, I would say that my body is 36 years old, or my mind, my conscious mind is 36 years old. But to say that I am 36 years old or it is my birthday does not really make any sense to me. In fact, if I think deeply about time, I don't feel that I am a being who is living through time. On the contrary, I feel like I'm a being and time lives through me. Does it make any sense to you? That I'm aware of time passing. You are also aware of time passing, right? So you are something, not a thing, but just to use language, you are something that perceives the movement of time, that perceives the movement of space. But you must be separate from it or prior to it that you can witness time passing. It's going to sound a lot of abstract conversation here, so bear with me. It's always hard for me to formulate my thoughts around such topics because words begin to deceive me. All the words seem wrong when it comes to describing the inner experience of life. The outer experiences of life are very easy to be described using language, but the inner experiences, for example, if I would say you go deeper into spirituality, or do you go higher into spirituality, or um, you need to become spiritual, or you need to unbecome everything you've become so that you can recognize that the spirituality is there within you. There's one indivisible whole, and then there is mind that has some limited capacity to experience life. And when mind is given birth, then time and space also take take birth. I mean, I refuse to look at my life, or look at life in general, as a span of 80 years, and then you chronologically go from year 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way to 80 and 90, 100, whatever, and then you die. This is not the only way to look at life, because life is such a puzzle that it doesn't make sense to most of us. So what we do is we create um, units of measurement, and then we apply them to us humans to make some sense of life. So we will take this whole, and then we'll divide it into, so we'll see, okay, now it's sun is coming, and then the sun is going, and the sun comes and it's dark, light and dark. Okay, let's put this cycle into hours and minutes and seconds, and it's 24 hours. And then it becomes a year, and it becomes a decade, and it becomes a century. And so, yes, it makes sense because practically it's useful to divide time like that. But from a personal point of view, and for the sake of a deeper conversation, to gain a deeper understanding of what it is beyond practicality, beyond pragmatism, then this is not the only way that life is happening. Life is simply going on. What I feel is that there is this continuous presence of now. I hope everything is all right. There is this continuous presence, an eternal now. And whenever you ask yourself, what is it now? When is it? You will say it's now. And where are you? I'm here. So, for example, if you ask me right now, when is it? When am I here? I'll say now. Now I'm here. If I look at my watch and I say, okay, two minutes later you ask me, when are you here? No matter what time it is, I could still say, now, it's now. So in my living reality, it's always now. And where am I in that now? I'm always here. The now and here always go together. If you ask me to go there, where, anywhere, I will have to get up and move and go to that place. And once I reach there, and right now when we say there, what is it? It's just an imagination of an idea of a place somewhere over there. But I'm not there, right? I'm here. I could be there, but when I'm there and you ask me, where are you? I would say here. Does it make any sense? In the same way, if you ask me to get out of the now and go somewhere, for example, go to a place where um, you enjoy the most. So I would say on top of that particular mountain. So if I have to go there, I have to go in the memory inside my mind and then fetch that memory of me being there. But in order to go there, I will have to go to my memory. In my physical space, in my totality of being here, I couldn't go anywhere. You couldn't go anywhere. Nobody could go anywhere. Everybody would stay in the now all the time. So, again, what I'm trying to say is that we have used time, units of time, and units of measurement to try to make some sense of life because it's such a, it just is. It's just, that's what it is. It just is. And then you make sense of it. You say it's a sound, it comes because of this and that. Whatever. This is just a made up human comprehension of the laws of nature or of the laws of existence. So I feel that I've been continuously present since I've been aware. The sound of my voice, the person who is talking, it feels the same to me, no matter how this person looks, and no matter how the texture of the sound that comes from his mouth changes. But still, the inner voice of consciousness, you would say, it always sounds the same. It never changes to me. Um, so I don't really understand even the concept of um, living life chronologically in a linear manner. Life is happening not like that. For me, life is happening all at once, everything all together at once. And so birthdays and time and years are just to make some sense of it. But there is so much more sense to be had from this life. You could realize that you are, and you have a body and you have a mind. Who you are inside, who you are in your core, it does not really go through any change. Who you are, the I that you feel, it is untouched. It cannot be destroyed. It cannot be born. It cannot die. It does not grow. It does not decay. It does not gain self respect or lose self respect. It does not really gain or lose confidence. This person that seems to be within, like somewhere inside, and everything seems external to it. This being is just eternal. And eternal is not a big, vast amount of time, but eternal is has nothing to do with time. It's the eternal presence. It's eternal now. It's just now, 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 now. It's always now. And there are not multiple nows that are put together and they become a now. It's just one now all the time, right? When did we start having this conversation? Now. And when are we towards the end of this conversation? Now. Was there separation between that moment when the conversation began and this moment? No, it was a continuous one. But yet my screen says that it's been more than 10 minutes since this recording is going on. So you see, the experiences don't really happen. The experiences do happen in time, but you are not subject to experiences. You are. I'm doing a horrible job in articulating what I'm thinking. But that's the beauty of abstract ideas. The words fall short. Yeah, so happy birthday to me. But what I want to remind myself, and perhaps to you as well, is stop looking at your life in a linear way. Age just means a number. And you don't have to subscribe to any theory, any philosophy that by this age you should do this and by that age you should do that. It's just a pointer, it's just a frame of reference. You could do whatever you want, whenever you want. You could gain any understanding, pick any hobby, choose to spend your life however you want, whenever you want. It doesn't have to do anything with what age you are, because it's simply a number. You could decide to be healthy, very healthy, at the age of 60. You could decide to travel and explore the world when you're older. You could decide that no, you don't. Your memory does not deteriorate, or your quality of your physical life does not deteriorate just because you're more than 25 or 30 years old. There is a lot that you can do by connecting to the inner source of life that borrows this body to enjoy the earthly existence. Okay, I'm gonna end this now, and I'm gonna end this with a shloka from the Bhagavad Gita. It says, "Nainam chindanti shastrani, nainam dahati pavakah, na chainam kledayantapo, na shoshayati marutah." The self, the Atman, Nanam Chind, that's is described with the word Nanam. Nanam Chindanti Shastrani. There is no arm, there is no fighting instrument. What are these things called? There are no sword, let's say. There's no sword that can cut the self. It can cut the body, but it cannot cut the self. Nanam Dahati Pavaka. There is no fire that can burn yourself, your inner self. It can burn your body, but it cannot kill your soul. It cannot burn your soul. Na chanam kledyan tapo. The water, it cannot wet it. Na shoshayati marata. There is no air that can dry it. So it is in the world, but not of it. It is not subject to the laws of nature. Your body is, remember, I'm differentiating always between you and your body, you and your mind. And your body and your mind are subject to a lot of natural laws, but you are aware of your hand. Your hand is not aware of you. So you who is aware of the hand, which means you who is aware of this body, or you who's aware of this changing thoughts and perception, that you I'm referring to. That you is not 36 years old. That you is eternal. It has always been there. It is a drop of the ocean of this creation. It is just one. And in that level, you and I, all of us, we're all just one without the other. Happy birthday to me.